What is going on, guys? It is TalkWithToxcity here, and today I'm going to be bringing you episode 12 of TalkWithToxcity. This is going to be like an old story again, because this is a YouTuber that I'm going to be talking about today that really did do some really good content. And so I think I just wanted to make an episode talk about my experience with him and how I went from like alright to kind of sour for a bit, and it was predominantly my fault. And yeah, let's get into it. So this YouTuber, first and foremost, is Azura, and he quit, I would like to say, a few years back. I mean, 3 years, I think. And yeah, I think it was to do with his job and all that kind of stuff. But basically, I just want to talk about my experience with him. And so when I think I was on 1,000 subscribers at the time, since he started doing YouTube, and he just made normal zombies content. The content he made was just, I think it was similar to mine, Patrick's, and all that kind of stuff, live commentary stuff and all that, which it was really entertaining. His I think he is the greatest influence of me on today's content. How he edited stuff, the stuff he brought out was really like good to watch and fun to watch. I remember when I did an episode on revisiting Bus Depot, and he asked to do that, and I think he did do that. And I mean, as time went on, his content got really good. He invested in some really good video ideas. One which was a Wonder Weapon review, and the Wonder Weapon Wars that I'm doing at the moment is because of him. He started doing Wonder Weapon reviews, and I was like, this is an amazing series to do. And the trouble with me is that I sometimes take stuff a little too far, and I go from aspiring from that kind of content and making that kind of content and doing it in my kind of style and a different idea. But some of the time it was flat out copying, I guess you could say. The content he was making I really loved, and I really wanted to replicate that, except it was kind of little too copying, and I did copy him at times. There was a lot of not arguments, but a lot of DMs on Skype, I believe, and Twitter, where I spoke to him and I was like, look, I apologized to him 3 times. I think I said I'm sorry for copying and doing this and that, because you don't want to copy someone's content. That's the one thing you don't want to do, because people do call you out for it, and someone did call me out for it. It really opened my eyes. But his content that he was doing was like cut comms, all that kind of stuff that I really liked watching, but I wasn't able to do it at the time because I was editing a Movie Maker. Like, if you guys remember Movie Maker, then you know what I'm on about. But yeah, it was, he made some really good videos, and we met when I was on 1,000 subscribers. He was making similar content to mine, and I was making similar content to him. And yeah, it was a really good friendship. He was a really nice guy, and his content, I really just looked up to him. Imagine, like, he was less subs than me, but I looked up to him. It's something that I didn't come across at the time, like looking up to someone that was below my sub count. And that's how kind of, I guess, not self-aware. I mean, I'm looking at sub count, like I look too deep into sub count now. I don't really care about it. I like making videos because I love doing it. I invest a lot of time into doing it, and you know, I love editing. I love interacting with people on Twitter, and just having a good time, I guess, especially before the launch of the next Call of Duty. But it's sad that Azura left. However, I do get why. A lot of people know why he left. I'm not going to say it on camera because I'm not going to achieve anything by it. But I think it was job related. But yeah, the content he made I looked up to, and I guess I went from aspiring to doing it to copying it, which I wasn't aware of at the time. I wasn't self-aware of that, and I needed like people to say to me, look, you need to stop doing it, because it's so similar. So it stemmed from Wonder Weapon reviews to Wonder Weapon Wars. That's where the idea came from. The idea came from Wonder Weapon Wars, or Wonder Weapon reviews from Azura, and he then shot up to 125k subscribers. This was within 2 months. He was doing insane. His content was at its peak. people are realizing, look, this guy, you know, this guy's got something good. And to know someone that was, you know, starting their career or starting YouTube, and then suddenly they're in the Boogie Boys. They're like going to California, I believe it was, like the Z House kind of thing. And he was there. I was like, I knew this guy when he was on like 100, 200 subs, and now he's with all these people that I looked up to, and it's absolutely insane. In some ways, you know, I'm sad that I've never got the opportunity, but that's not all I think about. As I'm 20 now, I guess much more mature in terms of it will happen when it happens, and just do it because you like it. I wouldn't be doing YouTube if I didn't like it, so that's why I do it. However, I think that coming back to YouTube, making people banners and logos for smaller YouTubers that look like they really are invested in what they're doing, because this person could be the next Azura, they could be the next themselves, they could be them. And I want to help out as much as possible and get them that background, that logo. Because if any of you know who Packer Puncher was, I knew him when he was called the Nightmare 115, and he changed his name to Packer Puncher, and I made him his first banner and logo. But now I've got so much more skill in designing and everything like that. That is why I help out a lot of smaller YouTubers, because it stemmed from the Packer Puncher, it stemmed from Azura, knowing that people just need a bit of help. And although I didn't give as much help to Azura in terms of GFX, I didn't know much about it back then. I just think now that me helping everyone and helping the smaller YouTubers out, it will give them, because if someone just came to me and was like, look, you look like you're invested in YouTube, I'm going to do you some GFX for you to get you started, like that would give me a big boost of motivation, which I want to give these people that might not have that in their lives at the moment. So yeah, those smaller YouTubers out there that are dedicated and everything, like if I see you're dedicated, and if I see, you know, there's a lot of work going into your videos, and that you really do love what you're doing, then, you know, I'll help you out. And yeah, but that was my story with Azura, and you know what that situation has made me become, especially on YouTube and doing content, and being aware that not to copy, but obviously to aspire and be yourself as well, not try to be anyone else. I used to put on voices, I used to be like, hey, it's a Toxcity, when, you know, I'm just talking like I am now. I'm not putting on a voice. I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm passionate about design. That's one thing I love. I love helping people out as well, because I would have loved that, but if I had that, I wouldn't be making stuff where I am today, because I want to help people out. However, I can't back scratch them, like make thumbnails for free 24/7. I'll help people out there and then, but download Photoshop and start designing. I've kind of gone off from Azura to now suddenly designing, so yeah, it's been quite a video. But yeah guys, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. This was just talking about Azura, the situation with him, and I know he was a really big name in the community. I wanted to talk about my experience with him. He was a really nice guy, and yeah, and talking about designing smaller YouTubers, helping them out, because they could be the next Syndicate, they could be the next Smith Plays. You never know, so help them out while you can, and you know, yeah, you'll see where they go. And there's proof of that within Packer Puncher and Azura. So thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new around here, leave some support on the video if you did enjoy, and yeah, sorry if my hair's a bit screwed up. I am just about to have a shower. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, leave some support, and I'll see you in the next one. And my camera's gone off, what the fuck.